Greetings everybody. In this video I want to show how we can connect Salesforce to ChatGPT using MCP. So we're starting here in my Salesforce org. It is, I want to call out a developer edition. So if you don't want to have to worry about tinkering with your sandbox or tinkering with your production org, not a problem. You can go sign up for a free developer edition. Once again, developer edition includes Agentforce and Data 360 these days. So a great way to kind of really work with a lot of the new technologies without putting any kind of big investment in it. And if I go over to my ChatGPT instance, you can see I've already asked it to show me my open cases. And I have 5 open cases, all high priority, and it gives me this very nice table here to give me an overview of what that is. So I've got ChatGPT connecting back into Salesforce. Now, a quick thing to note, I am in a business edition, which means that's a workspace that I can have multiple users. And it appears right now in order to create the new application that we're about to see, that's under workspace settings. So you're going to have a business workspace in order to get that up and running. Also to note, within that workspace setting, you are going to have to enable the developer mode in order to start creating new applications. ChatGPT has changed this over the time, so your mileage may vary, but that's been in my experience currently. So first of all, if we go back to Salesforce, we can see if we go into setup, we go to MCP servers, we are going to have a bunch of servers that are already set up, but they're not active. And so in order for them to be active, we have to go in and actually activate them. And once we activate them, that's going to give us our server URL, which is going to become important later. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to create an external app. Now, once again, remember, connected apps have been sunsetted. So if you're an old school person like me, your first instinct might be to go to connected apps. You will not be able to create a new connected app. Go to external client apps, go to the external client app manager. And from there, you're going to see how we can do the magic. Now, I went ahead and created the basics of this. And what that's going to do is it's going to go ahead and give me the consumer key and secret. So when we create a new consumer app, and what we need is the callback URL. So where do we get the callback URL? Well, when we go back to ChatGPT, and once again, I'm in my workspace here. I'm in the apps portion of the settings. I already have one created for this demo, but I'm starting a new one just to show you these steps. Give it a unique name. Also, as a tip, don't just call it Salesforce because that's apparently too generic for ChatGPT, and we'll tell you there's connectors already named that. I believe there's an Agentforce sales connector that you can use that also has the alias of Salesforce. So you have to give it something slightly different. And then from here, this server URL, now remember we had the S object all MCP server set up. This server URL, I actually got this from this help document talking about configuring ChatGPT, and it gives a very, very specific URL to hit that MCP server. And they note the difference between production and sandbox is added in here. And so create the URL from there. We're going to go back to here. You would put this into the connection. So that's ChatGPT going back to Salesforce. We make sure that we've got OAuth, and we are going to load our advanced OAuth settings. And it is here that we get our fancy callback URL. So from here, we're going to take that callback URL. We are going to put it into this external application definition. We're going to reduce the scopes or add the scopes, which is perform requests at any time. This is going to be the refresh token and offline access, and then accessing MCP servers, which is MCP API. From there, go to security and disable everything except for the ones you can't disable, which will be this one, and then enable the issue JSON web token, that's the token that we're going to be using to do the handshake between ChatGPT and Salesforce. So once we have that set up, we would go back, and once we've created this, we can hit our consumer key and secret, and that's going to give you this page when you pull that up. Now notice we call it consumer key here. ChatGPT is going to call it client ID. That's actually a very common in OAuth. Some systems call it a client ID, some call it a client key. They are actually the exact same thing. And then we're going to add in the client secret itself from here. So once we have all of that information, we basically would just create this here. Now, once again, I've already created this as my Salesforce edition. And once I've done that, I have to go back in and then publish it so that I can actually see it. However, once I have all of those steps, I have the external client set up in Salesforce, and I have the connector, the application set up in my workspace within ChatGPT, then we can go back and say, show me my top 5 opportunities and give it a little while to think about it. It's showing you what it's doing. It's executing the SQL query in order to get those Salesforce records for you. And then it's going to find those, and it's going to give us a result very similar to what we saw before. Once again, our 5 top opportunities and a very nice tabulated information. And then, as you can see, we can continue this conversation, because it's a conversational UI, to continue dig into and work with this data. So I hope that was very helpful for you, and I will talk to you soon.